Morning, everybody. It is early, and I'm making breakfast. And it hit me that chances are fairly good. A lot of you are training for bullshit, and your training techniques are probably bullshit as well. One of the things I'm remembering is how fucking cool and how badass it is that everybody wants to train and be like a Navy SEAL, and those are just not the techniques you should be learning. Yeah, it's cool, and the go fast aspect of it is pretty neat, but in your reality, in the realm that you live and fight in, it's probably bullshit. It's not going to help you at all. Mainly because that Navy SEAL, that special ops guy, hell, even that SWAT cop, they are very much used to having tools that are not at your disposal. Let me preface this with all information is good information. You can learn something from everything. However, some lessons are not necessarily invalidated, but they're not valid in your situation. So let's talk about that for a hot second. A Navy SEAL or a pararescue guy or a SWAT guy is going to have different tools at their disposal when they're problem solving in this realm. Some of those tools, distraction devices, full auto gear, grenade launchers, break and rake tools, and even 6 other guys that are behind them, plus an Overwatch and a CIC. So they have way more intelligence. They have way more assets at their disposal. They got an MRAP or a Bearcat or something. Back it up. How many of those do you have when you're scooting through your house trying to hunt something down? Nothing. You have your footy pajamas and like maybe a flashlight and a handgun and your dick hanging out. Or your boobies hanging out, whatever. I'm not judging. Women can be hardcore and kill shit too. Trust me. I'd laugh my ass off if some bad guy breaks into this house, gets by all the dogs, and my wife smoke checks him. Because that would be fucking hysterical. But think about this stuff when you're picking your instructor. Everybody's all about vet your instructor, which is important. But vet the techniques that they're teaching you and weigh them against the reality that you fucking live in. I'm not going to lie. A 7-man stack is a great thing to have. But when I'm walking down the street and Pookie the fucking crackhead jumps out and tries to take my wallet or get me into a van, which if there's candy in the van, I might go, but I don't walk down the street with a 7-man stack. The only time I have a 7-person backup is here at the house because we have 6 dogs and a weaponized wife. And let's admit it, nobody wants to be chewed up by a mini Malinois or sniffed to death by a brutal hound dog. Think about this stuff when you're picking who, what, and where you're going to be training. Because the techniques that you learn are the techniques that you're going to apply. And if you're learning a technique that bears on a second man coming through the doorway with you, what is the fucking point? If you're running barricade drills and you're running leapfrog drills, unless you have that buddy running the leapfrog with you in reality, or a peel drill in reality, what good's it going to do you when 2 guys break into your house with a crowbar? Or when Pookie the crackhead gets pissed off because he didn't get your ass, but he got your wallet, now the fuck knows where you live. And he shows up later on. Look at the reality of what you're going to deal with. Home invasions are the abnormality. They're a lot less likely to happen than a mugging on the street or being present for a mini-mart getting mugged. These are the things that you should be paying attention to. These are the articulations you should be able to verbalize. If I'm in a mini-mart, I'm not going to be like, stop where you are, and then run out like fucking James Bond and shoot this dude. I'm going to hide behind the Twinkies. I'm probably going to eat one and blame the fucking crook, but I'm going to hang out behind the Twinkies, gather as much information as I can, and then make the best decision on what I see. The best decision on what I might see very well may be take my wife by the hand and exit the AO out the back door. I have no problems cutting bait. Does that make me a coward? No. That makes me not a cop. That makes me an individual looking more towards living through the day than playing hero and stroking my ego. I don't care. My sole purpose in life is the protection of my wife, myself, and my family unit. If I see a different family unit in problems and I can safely deal with them, cool. Or deal with that problem and help them, cool. If I just insert myself into a problem I don't fully understand the scope of, I very well may not be problem solving. It's a high probability I'm adding to the issue. What good is that for anybody? It's not. It ends me up in litigious situations, at criminal prosecution. You know, how many times have you heard of a guy outside of a bar seeing some dude yelling at his girl, gets involved, they get into a fight, and now it's assault charges for everybody. Didn't understand the full scope of the situation, inserted themselves in a situation they didn't understand, legal repercussions. Protect your family. You're your first responder. You're your intelligence. You're your CIC. Train to learn those skill sets. Train to be those assets. Don't train techniques that require a 7-man train behind you. Be smart. Don't be retarded. Have a good morning. And I'm going to go eat my eggs now.